everybody? Welcome back to Edge Sports Network. We got another interview for you guys today, part of our summer series. We got Malik Curry, Old Dominion men's basketball. He is a guard there. Malik, thanks so much for joining us here on the site today.
Thank you for having me.
Great to have you on. I want to start off here, got this pandemic going on. How have things been for you? I mean, how have you been kind of staying busy during this time?
Right now I'm taking summer classes.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm on my way to graduate this year. So I'm finishing my classes. I've been on the road. I've been on the road a lot actually. Seeing family members, I just had a son born. My son was just born. So
Oh, congrats.
I had to make sure I go see. Yeah, thank you.
Mm-hmm.
And that's really my whole summer.
Mm-hmm. For sure. Staying busy, it seems like. I know you're coming off a great season here at Old Dominion as well. Your first year with the program, 13.4 points per game, 3.1 rebounds, 4 assists, shot the ball well at 41%. I know you've had a pretty interesting journey to ODU. So, I mean, your first season with the program here, how'd you feel with the team? How did, your expectations match up with how this first season went in Division I here?
My expectations matched up second half of the season. My first half of the season, it was a rough transition for me. I'm not gonna lie, because I had to get the coach's trust, which I didn't earn at first. So I was kind of like a role player, the guys that were there before, it was kind of their show, you know what I'm saying? So I just had to. At first, I go in the program. They telling me, every coach gonna tell you what you want to hear.
Yeah.
You get there, and then it's like you gotta really earn it. Like I knew I had to earn it, but it just took me longer to earn it. So once I earned it, second half of the season, that's when I really took off and started playing really well.
I know your conference play was amazing. I know you kicked up scoring to nearly 17 points a game throughout conference play. So I want to ask you, I know you probably felt more comfortable once conference play came around, but how'd you kind of prepare for that? I know the stakes are a little bit higher. Those are the games you really need to win. So how do you kind of prepare for that? And do you really change up your style of play at all?
No, I just know that just to stay in attack mode, because nobody can stop me from getting in the lane. I live in the lane. So once I get in the lane, I can make something happen for me or my teammates. Sure. And that's just really basketball in general, because people have to help. So once they help, the open man, open shot. And that's just how I came into every game. And coach trusted me. So once he started trusting me, it was just like regular. I'm just playing basketball at this point. I'm not thinking about nothing. I'm just playing ball. So, yeah.
Yeah, it seemed like the instincts kind of really kicked in, throughout those conference games. And I know you're going to your journey here to ODU. I know you started off at Palm Beach State, junior college. How was that experience for you? I've talked with a lot of guys here on the site who have taken that same route, and they've said it's really beneficial, but they also say the competition is honestly similar to Division I because every guy's trying to get their shot. So how was that competition for you? How'd that kind of help you, for where you are today?
Junior college was definitely an experience that I would never take for granted. It was the competition. I was in Florida, so I feel like the best competition is in Florida, Kansas, and Texas for junior college. So I was around pretty good players, like a couple of players in the state, like with the Oregon, one with the Oregon, North Texas, Davion. A lot of people went. It's crazy because people don't expect that when you first go to junior college.
Yeah.
So like it was a lot of really good players, and my conference play, it was good, but I kind of killed that conference.
That's what we like to hear.
Yeah, I definitely destroyed that conference. It was fun though. It was a great experience though.
Hey, that's what's up right there, because it served you well. That's what you got to do at each level right there, get you to where you are right now. And I know you've really played kind of all over. You're from Delaware, you've played in Texas over at Advanced Prep, prior to JUCO. And then I know you found yourself in Connecticut, Virginia. You've been all over the country right now. How's that been kind of beneficial?
Oh.
Because I know, yeah, you're a traveling man. I gotta give it to you. I mean, you've been all over, so I know I've talked with a bunch of guys, and they always kind of talk about this regional style of play. Each region kind of has their style of play. I mean, you're checking off all the regions, Malik. So how's that kind of helped you kind of see all these different play styles and just kind of get that experience with guys all over the country?
um, my first year in Delaware, it was pretty okay competition,
Hmm.
and my AU coach James, he gave me opportunity to come to Texas and play for a national schedule. You know, a great team. We
Hmm.
had a whole bunch of NBA talent on my team,
Hmm.
and I feel like every player goes through that one phase where it's like, should I should I keep playing basketball? Like, am I good enough?
Hmm.
And that happened to me when I went to Texas. That was the best thing that ever happened to me going to
Hmm.
Texas
For sure.
because the talent there was unbelievable. Like,
Hmm.
and I was 16, and those first couple games that we played, I didn't touch the floor at all. Like the first 6 games, I didn't touch the floor at all.
Man.
And I'm glad the coach didn't let me touch the floor at all because I wasn't ready. I wasn't
Hmm.
ready to play at that level.
Hmm.
And just I just realized I had to go harder than everybody else if I really wanted to do this and I really wanted to, be good at this sport. So yeah, I just had to get in the gym extra hard. And then
Hmm.
it just showed in practice. And once I got comfortable playing around them, that's when I became like seventh man
Hmm.
after Stevie Jordan. So it was a great experience just being all over. And then when my school got shut down, Texas got shut down, I went to Connecticut to play at Putnam Science Academy when Hamidou Diallo declared for the draft.
Hmm.
So literally, as soon as he left, like I was there like like 3 4 days later.
Wow.
They called me. I was there. I came
Man.
out there.
Wasted no time, I'll tell you that.
Wasted wasted no time. Like because the school was falling apart in Texas. It was getting bad. So
Hmm.
I had to get out of there, and it was just crazy because God works in great ways. Because as soon as he left, they called me, and I left, went there, and then I was the sixth man.
Hmm.
It was people there playing that been there for 3 4 years. You know what I'm saying? And
Yeah.
they just came in, trusting me, trusting my talent, and they just played me and put me in a great position. And my grade, I don't know, I really don't understand why I had to go to junior college. It had something to do with my grades, but
Hmm.
I got my waivers, so I don't really understand that. But everything happens for a reason.
Hmm.
So and that's what led me to Florida and now to ODU.
Hey, for sure. I mean, as you said, I like that mentality. You know, everything kind of happens for a reason. You've kind of had this great journey, and I mean, everything that you've kind of gone through on the court and stuff has led up to where you are today, has put you in this good position. I know, being from Wilmington, Delaware, you have a lot of pride about your community. I read, and I mean, how's your community kind of played a role, just on the court and off?
Um, it's been great because I have a lot of family. Well, all my family is really from Wilmington,
Hmm.
so I have a lot of family and friends. Um, they just support me and they know everything I've been through.
Hmm.
So they just know that as long as I'm on the right path, nothing could affect my life in any type of way. Like
Hmm.
just stay focused on my task. Uh,
Hmm.
and I like to motivate everybody. So I really I just talk to them a lot and just try to figure my future out, how I'm gonna do this, how I'm gonna do that, like I'm gonna get better at this. And everybody where I'm from, they just know how much this means to me. Just playing basketball means to me.
Hmm.
So they just accept me for what I like to do and how I like to do it.
I mean, you served as a role model, for your hometown community and kind of everywhere that you've played. I mean, as I said, you've racked up those frequent flyer miles. You've been all over the country now, so you've certainly served as just kind of a guy to look up to, especially back in Delaware. So you get to where you are now. You've had such amazing journey so far. What's kind of been your best memory of college basketball, whether that be in, JUCO, or here at ODU? What's kind of been a memory that stuck out to you?
Um, Okay. Me getting player of the year
Mm-hmm.
in my conference in junior college. 'Cause I never got that before, so that
Mm-hmm.
was a good accomplishment. Us winning the um conference championship for JUCO in my conference my sophomore year.
Mm-hmm.
My favorite memory at ODU would probably have to be um let me see. Um definitely my first home game.
First home game.
First home game.
How was the atmosphere for that one? Kind of coming out of the tunnel, game one. I mean, how's the atmosphere in that game?
It didn't feel real. Like I'm coming from JUCO. It's like less than 50 people in the stands. And then I see thousands of people in the stands. So it was crazy. It was an experience. It felt unreal.
That must have been great. I gotta ask too. After a lot of your games are broadcasted and stuff. Get on TV, whatnot. You ever watch the broadcast after? Kind of watch yourself on TV and say, "Oh my God, that's me."
Yeah, definitely. I watch.
Yeah.
I'm a big film guy, so
Mm-hmm.
I watch on ESPN and I watch it without the ESPN
Mm-hmm.
app. So yeah.
Yeah, that must always be a great experience right there. Definitely kind of probably feels surreal the first couple times, and then you kind of get used to it. And it feels, almost like normal. But I feel like it always kind of has that special aspect to it. You never kind of really take it for granted, especially, with this basketball journey that you've had. As you mentioned, you've been through, a lot of adversity, but you've really worked for your position. You gain the coach's trust, you work for this D1 spot, and you finally get it. So I would imagine all that hard work paying off definitely feels special. Your play style, as you mentioned, at the beginning of the interview here, you really love getting in the lane, love to be aggressive, work your way into the paint and score. If you could kind of describe your play style, and we'll say like 3 words here, how would you kind of describe it?
3 words. 3 words. That's hard. That's a
It
hard
is.
one.
It is a tough question. This is the $1 million question right here.
A real killer.
That's a good one right there. That is a good one.
A
We
real
haven't heard
killer.
we haven't heard that one either. So you know what? Right there, I like that. I like that. That's unique too.
What's some of the
I'm a,
answers you got?
I'm gonna try to think some of the answers. I know. Okay, yours might be the top answer. A number 2 answer we had was we said I tried another one. It was describe your style of play in 1 word, I think it was, or what basketball is meant to you in 1 word. Or was it? Yeah, I think it was one of the sports we covered here, and one of our interviewees said everything. That was my favorite answer, number 2 right there. Yours,
Answer.
yeah, yours takes the top spot, right? You're sitting on top of the leaderboard right now. Pushes that one into number 2. To describe style of play in 3 words, passionate has come up quite a few times. Aggressive's come up a few times. Your basic words for describing, style of play, but a real killer hasn't come up yet, and I think that just kind of embodies, how basketball should be played right there. So, Malik, you got the top spot right now. I don't know if anyone's gonna top that for a while. So, you're sitting in a good spot, that's for sure. But yeah, I like that a lot right there, and it shows on the court too. Especially your first year at ODU, and when you dominated back in JUCO. So. Malik Curry coming in with the best answer we've heard this summer. Look at you go.
Yes,
Definitely
sir.
definitely
Yes,
glad that
sir.
we'll promote this part of the interview real heavy. Everyone will go view it, so that'll be big right there. And I know you're entering your senior year here. I mean, what are some goals you have for this year? This is kind of wrapping up the journey before you head to this next level, wherever that may be. So I'm sure going into this senior year, you really have some expectations, some things you want to get done for yourself and the team. So what are you kind of looking forward to this upcoming season?
I'm looking forward to a full schedule for
Mm-hmm.
one,
I hear you. I hear you. That's a big one right there.
because I don't want this conference play. I want all my games for my senior year for sure.
Mm-hmm.
Um, I really want to go undefeated this year.
Yeah.
I want to go undefeated. I hate to lose, so I just want to go undefeated, win a conference championship,
Mm-hmm.
and go to the NCAA tournament and help my team any way I can.
I like that. You're shooting big right here. So this is always good.
Mhm.
And I mean, you got it. Your senior year. I mean, that's the year where you just got to have the
Right.
biggest expectations. So, definitely good to see that you have that coming in. I mean, it's only up from here. You're coming off a really good season, in your first year with the program. So now that you kind of have a year under your belt, I'm sure this season is going to bring a lot of success for you and the team. But yeah, as you mentioned, let's hope we get that full schedule first, because I know that's what everyone wants to
Yeah.
see. So we'll see what happens there for sure. But yeah, I'd like to wrap up the interview with a couple of fun questions, and then one question you might have thought about, you might not have. But question one here, one of the fun ones. I mean, do you have any pre-game rituals that kind of get you in the zone prior to games?
Yes, I pray. I pray
Mm-hmm.
without a doubt. I pray and I eat candy.
Eat candy. There we go.
Yes.
That's one we haven't heard either. So
Candy.
we've gotten some cool pregame rituals, but eating candy, I mean, keep doing it because it's working. So that's my advice right there. But it's a good pregame ritual right there, and it's a fun one too, enjoyable. So
Yeah. Mhm.
um, but yeah, it's definitely been working. And question number two for you here, another one of the fun ones. I know a lot of guys do have fun with this question. If you could, let's say dunk over any NBA player, past or present. This one shows up on the highlight reel. It's all over ESPN, all over SportsCenter. You can share it all over social media. What player would you choose to dunk over?
I would definitely choose a dunk over Westbrook.
Westbrook, that's a good one. That's a good one.
Yeah, because if you dunk on him, he gonna try to go right back at you.
Yeah, I know. You gotta watch out. You're playing with fire right there. I'll tell you what.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
exactly. I'm playing with fire. That's why I want to dunk on him.
He's never gonna forget that either. You know that, right? You're gonna
I definitely do.
every every time you play him the rest of your career, he's gonna be coming at your neck. So you gotta watch out right there. That's risky.
Yeah.
That's risky. But I like
It
I like the confidence. I like the passion right there. Again, you're going for the top dog. I mean, this is dangerous.
is.
But I mean, I definitely like to see that rivalry down the road. So you got to make it happen. You got to make it happen. Um, and if it does, watch out. That's all I'm saying. Just watch out because you're gonna have a a bit of a target on your back right there from one of the most I would say the guy's definitely not level-headed. He definitely plays with some anger and some emotion. So you're definitely gonna have.
Definitely. Yeah.
I know you might have a little bit of an enemy right there, but best of luck with that. Um, so I know this last question here. I mean, here you are entering your senior year. As we've talked about, you've had this incredible journey. Basketball has meant, I'm sure, the world to you. Kind of been your rock, something you can lean back on, whenever you need it. So let's look like 5 years down the road, 2025. What would be the ideal situation for Malik Curry if you could kind of just craft this perfect situation for yourself? What would that look like?
Um, that would look like me being in the
Mm-hmm.
NBA and playing and just doing something I love to do.
Mm-hmm.
Like I feel like no better job is playing in the NBA and you actually playing in games.
Mm-hmm.
So
Exactly.
just me, yeah, that's the best thing in the world. That's the best league in the world. So
Mm-hmm.
you doing what you want at the highest level every day against the best players in the world. I
Mm-hmm.
don't think anything is better than that.
Doing what you love too, and what you've been doing your whole life. So,
Right.
I mean, that's always kind of the biggest goal right there, and you've set yourself up nicely right here for it. I mean, congrats on a great, junior season in your first year with ODU. It's definitely going to be fun to watch you guys this year. Wishing you the best of luck this upcoming senior season. I'm sure it'll be a great one. Again, let's hope it just gets started on time. I hope it's as normal as possible for you. I know, we're all thinking about you guys in college sports. We're all thinking about you guys at ODU. Just hoping you guys can have a normal season, especially for your senior year. I'm really wishing you the best with that, hoping that you have a great senior season and that everything goes as well as possible with everything going on. But I mean, Malik, it was great talking to you, man. Thanks so much for joining us here on the site today. Love learning about your career a little bit, kind of your hopes and goals for the future here, and we'd always be glad to have you back on.
Thank you for interviewing me, and it was a great interview. Appreciate it.
No problem at all. I mean, great talking to you. As I said, we'd always be glad to have you back. You've had a great journey here. It was great to learn about a little bit more. Hopefully everyone else, learned a little bit more about you and your journey. We'll put your Twitter down below so everyone can stay updated with your career at ODU and beyond, and your, future rivalry with Russell Westbrook, which might be pretty dangerous, but I mean, we'll see what happens there. We're all looking forward to that one for sure. We'll also put a link to ODU's basketball page, their website, so you guys can follow for news and updates throughout Malik's senior season. And guys, thanks so much for joining us here on Edge Sports Network for another interview. As always, we'll see you guys next time. Take it easy, take care, and hope everyone's staying safe and healthy.